What is up, everybody? It's Copes here, and today I will be ranking every single leaked skin and cosmetic from worst to best. This video shouldn't be all that long. We don't have too many leaked items, but we will go through the skins and rank those, and we're gonna rank everything else separately. So starting out with the skins, at my number 5 spot for the worst skin this leak, I have to give it to Ether. I personally don't like his color scheme, and he really reminds me of Cypher and Circuit Breaker, but maybe an upgraded version of those skins. But I wouldn't say I like him better than those skins, even though he does have a little bit more detail, and that detail is a little bit more flashy. He sort of has that ninja haircut. I personally don't like it all that much. I think it looks weird on this guy. I don't know exactly why the color scheme throws me off so much, but it really does. For me, I'm just not excited for this skin at all. At my number 4 spot, I gave it to Versa, and she's the female counterpart of the Ether. She looks a little bit better maybe, but I do think that jacket looks pretty weird on her, and it looks like they just threw something on her face. They're like, yeah, we really don't know what to do, so I guess we'll just throw some shades on her face and give her some yoga pants, and that'll be appealing to most kids. But I do think this one, just like the Ether, suffers from a lack of creativity. At my number 3 spot, we have the Abstract reskin, we have the Cryptic. I will give Epic credit. I do think this one is a lot more creative. I do like the color scheme a lot more. I love his face, even though you can't see it in game. But regardless, guys, it still is an Abstract reskin. And that skin, that body type, the jacket, the hoodie, I just don't like it. So for me, even though this one is better than Abstract by a long shot, it's still not that amazing of a skin or an idea, because I mean, we've already gotten a skin like this. It's a reskin again. And I mean, in all honesty, guys, it kind of reminds me of the Nightlight as well. So yeah, Epic Games, stop stealing your own ideas. At my number 2 spot, I gave it to the Bracer, and I have some shocking news for you guys. This one, no, I know you're not gonna believe it. I can't believe it, in all honesty, is a reskin. Another reskin skin. This one is just so shocking to me. I can't believe Epic Games would do that. But this is a reskin of The Verge. I will show a picture on the screen right now of The Verge. She looks maybe a little bit worse, I would have to say. I think the purple and white hair color could look pretty cool in game. Her face, in all honesty, kind of looks ugly. Again, another character with just some random shades or random color. It doesn't really fit the color scheme, in all honesty. The purple lipstick doesn't look all that great. Blue, gray, and black for the rest of her body. I think it looks and kind of meshes up decently well, but it doesn't look as good as it does on The Verge, I would have to say. I do like The Verge a lot more than this skin. At my number 1 spot, guys, I had to give it to the Velocity. And everyone thinks I hate the Raptor. Well, you're right, I do hate the Raptor, but the female counterpart I do think looks a lot better. Instead of her jacket being tucked in like it is on the Raptor, it's sort of a smaller jacket, and it doesn't really like go all the way down to her hips, which I think looks a lot better. Also, the shotgun shells on her hip, I think those look pretty good. And also the dog tags around her neck, that looks pretty cool as well. I wish the Raptor would have had that. I do think that the goggles on top of her head definitely look a lot better than anything we've gone over. It seems like Epic Games, for these leaked skins, for the most part, except for the Cryptic, they just threw on some random shades on each of the skins. This one, though, I would say it matches up very well with the skin and the theme of the skin as well. And guys, overall, I think with the more slender body type, this is just going to be better than the Raptor by a country mile. Now moving on to the back bling, we will be ranking these from worst to best. I feel like at my number 5 spot, I have to give it to the Frenzy. The Frenzy comes with the Ether and the Versa as well. I don't know which skin it comes with, probably the Ether, I would have to assume. But regardless of what skin it comes with, it still comes with the same set, and this whole set seems sort of directionless. To me, I really don't like when Epic Games just throws a bunch of random shapes at a back bling or at a backpack and they hope it looks good. This does not look good. This, to me, has no inspiration, no creativity, and there's nothing appealing about it. It's trying to be creative and it's trying to be simple, but I feel like it just fails on both fronts. To me, it's just worthless, really. Guys, if you think I'm being too harsh, I really am trying to be as harsh as I possibly can on the ones I dislike. And I'm trying to praise the ones that I do like with also giving my critiques. For this, I really have nothing to praise about it. In all honesty, I have nothing to praise. At my number 4 spot, I gave it to the Cnxn. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's CNXN. This is literally just a square. But hey guys, don't get me wrong. Epic Games decided, you know what? That big square isn't enough. On the bottom of it, we're gonna put a nice little square as well. I just don't see the inspiration in this one. I don't see exactly why it would be appealing at all. I don't know, guys. It's, again, trying to be something somewhat creative, but it fails on that front. And it's also trying to be very simple, but it fails, I believe. The middle of the back bling does have potential. Those lights, maybe if they glow or something as you get kills. I don't know, guys. I really don't. Regardless, though, I do think this one is very bad. At my number 3 spot, I had to give it to the Boomer Bag. This one, of course, comes with the velocity. It knows what it wants to be, and it excels at it. It doesn't try to be anything it's not. It doesn't try to be creative when it's actually simple. This one, it knows it wants to be a backpack, and that's what it is. At my number 2 spot, I gave it to the Cyro Hop. I do believe this one is going to be absolutely amazing. I love the bunny rabbit inside the back bling. And guys, I don't like pets in this game. But if it's something a little bit different, something a little unique like this, then I'll definitely like it. Some of my favorite back blings are based on pets, but they're not actually pets. So that's probably another video. I could talk all day about that problem. But this one, it does have potential to be very cool. I am excited for it. At my number 1 spot for a very cool back bling, I gave it to the Spectral Spine. This is a back bling that I will continue to use. I think it looks great on so many skins in this game. And Epic Games, when you actually are somewhat creative, this is what can happen. Guys, I feel like sometimes Epic Games doesn't know exactly what we want or what they want to make. So they just make something random. This is not random. This took some thought, and it was executed, I would say, perfectly. I love the color scheme. I love how the lights kind of travel through the spine. That's absolutely amazing. I feel like Epic Games excels, and they're at their best when they're basing their creations off of something else. And not necessarily a reskin, but sometimes they do make the reskins better. That's not what I'm talking about. But this is based off of a spine, and it looks amazing. See, the number 5 and 4 spot, they're not really based on anything. They're based on a square shape or a triangle shape. I don't know what advice you can take from that, Epic Games, but you know, we're not preschoolers. You like to think we are. We have brains in our heads, I'm pretty sure. Stop with the shapes. We only have 2 gliders, and for me, the Tech Turbine, it's just a little bit too flashy. This looks like it's gonna possibly be the biggest glider in this game to ever exist. From here on, and from here all the way to the inception of Fortnite, this will and will always be the biggest glider to ever enter this game. Or maybe it's gonna be tiny. Regardless though, I think it's just a little bit too flashy for my liking. It's cool, it's creative, I would say, but again, it sort of looks like they just threw a bunch of shapes together and added some cool details and came out with this. Maybe I'm being too harsh. You know, some days I wake up and I just want to be very critical and very harsh, but I don't know, guys. What is this based on? Does it look weird to you? It definitely looks weird to me. You know what it looks like, guys? I'm gonna post this picture back up on the screen. It looks like a hammerhead shark. If you guys don't see it, I'm sorry, but you're blind. But the front of it definitely looks like a hammerhead shark. You know what, Epic Games? Good job. I see where you're going. And then the second glider we got, which I do think is going to be a bit better, the Assault Bomber. I think this one has very good potential to be amazing. So we'll have to wait and see. But I know it's not so creative. It's not, you know, so unique, but I think it's a little bit more simple. It's not as crazy as the other one. I know they're going for a futuristic theme, but we'll see how badly they mess up the cosmetics this season. And then we have 3 wraps as well, the Royale Air Force, the Bubblegum wrap, and the Enigma. We've already gotten the Enigma, and it looks absolutely amazing, guys. I would definitely recommend you go out of your way to get this if you do like wraps. Like, there's a bunch of little octagons traveling through your gun, and they're like tiny little pink shapes. It's really cool. The bubblegum wrap definitely looks like it has potential to be amazing. We'll have to wait and see. I do like the little designs it does have. I don't know exactly what they are, what they're gonna look like on the gun or on the guns, but I think it will be pretty good. And then the Royale Air Force, it's kind of hard to say with this one. The color scheme looks interesting, I would say. I do like the colors orange and yellow, so I think it's gonna be probably pretty decent. Guys, maybe this video was a little bit longer than I intended it to be. I was like planning on this video to be around like 7 minutes maybe, but I don't know if it went longer than that. If it did, I'm sorry guys, but I hope you guys did enjoy the gameplay in the background. I didn't end up getting a win in any of my games yet. I haven't really played all that often, but I probably played like 5 games, and you know, that's the gameplay from those 5 games. Regardless guys, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications if you guys could. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.